So I've muted mine.
Okay. What actually going on there?
It's gonna like I'm gonna cut stuff and bring
Hello. Sounds a bit interesting. Yeah. .ua.edu.au.
Hi guys, for everyone who has logged in, if you could just log into Seesaw while you're waiting and download the documents that Alana has emailed, I think it was on Monday, to your desktop, that'd be great. Any questions, just let us know.
On the WebEx chat, and we'll be starting about 3:30.
We please use the login. What is chart? The teacher. Am I beautiful? Doing a PL in 4 minutes if I can get logged on Seesaw. What about Seesaw? So, oh. Well, I hope to find out. Beautiful. All going well? Oh, yeah. Look after yourself. No, I don't like me. Mm. It works. Make sure you're choosing in with Google. I haven't a clue what my Google password.
Hi everyone, just letting you know we'll wait just a few more minutes for some others to join. There's just been a few technical difficulties. Won't be too long.
Well, I'll sign in with Google. Continue. Teaspoon of honey. I had honey toast for breakfast. It was really good. Should be in the tray. That's
Hi everybody and welcome. Thanks for joining our Seesaw PL for today. My name is Erin. I'm the pre-primary teacher here at Kandoola. This is Soph. She's our beautiful kindy teacher. And we also have Alana, who is our Digitech coordinator as well. Just to let you know that this session will be recorded today. And if you can make sure when you sign into Seesaw, you do it through I'm a Teacher. Come down to Teacher Sign In with Google and use the login details that Alana has emailed through prior. If you can also have all of the documents that Alana has emailed through saved to your desktop ready for the activities, it'll make everything a lot quicker. Throughout this session, we also have Digitech staff members who will be available to help with any problems or if you have any questions in the training classrooms, and Alana is available through the chat group as well. Can you just make sure that your laptops are set to mute? If you want to have your cameras on, switch them on now. If you'd like to have them off, that's fine too, just switch them off. In the chat group, feel free to ask any questions or provide any feedback along the way. Underneath the chat group, there are different emojis, and these will just give a quick response. So if you want to get our attention, just pop the hands up emoji. A few times we might ask you to put the thumbs up just so we know that you finished the activity as well. Feel free to ask questions along the way, and we will get you to annotate some of the slides. To do this, you just hover. For us, it's up the top. For you, it will be on the left-hand side of your screen. Select the annotate button here. That will then bring up a toolbar on the left-hand side. Click on the arrow there, and then you can select whichever spot you'd like to select. We would like to respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we work and learn, the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation. We recognise their continuing connection to the land, water and community, and we pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging. During the PL session today, you will learn to create a Seesaw classroom, add students and address user settings. You'll create activities for your class with specific content descriptor skills attachments. You'll post, edit and schedule through Seesaw and provide feedback and assessment. Also, these are the AITSL standards we will be covering throughout the PL today. So if you can just have a think about how confident you feel using Seesaw at the moment, and we'll get you to annotate the screen. So again, if you just hover, for you guys, it'll be on the left-hand side of the screen. Select annotate, press the arrow, and if you select where you feel you are. 1, not very confident, 5, being very confident. Once you're done, if you can just give a thumbs up, that'd be great. Thanks, guys.
So we'll now pass you on to Alana.
Presenter mode. Yeah. Okay, can you see my screen or not quite yet? Get that up and Okay, I'm just going to run you through a couple of details that popped up in our survey that we sent out. Thank you to those that answered that. The first one was, how do I create a Seesaw classroom? So there are two options depending on what your school has in place for Seesaw. The first one is a Seesaw for Schools option, and the second one is a private account option. So I'm just going to take you through the schools version first. So if you have Seesaw for Schools, your admin dashboard will look like this. So whoever is in charge of the administration of Seesaw at your school, they'll need to go to classes. Two options: add an individual class or add or edit classes in bulk. So what you can do here is you download your school's DAM details and then you edit it as you need be, and you can import your entire class rosters in that way. The other option you have as a private Seesaw account, I'm just going to switch to teacher. Quite simple. Once you're signed in the top left-hand corner there, scroll up, create new class. If your school uses Google Classroom, all you need to do is hit import from Google Classroom and you can take them straight across, or you can create your own class. So I'm going to call this one Tester 2, and I'm going to choose 3rd grade. Now, depending on which grade you choose, that will determine what skills or curriculum descriptors you can access later on, and the girls will take you through that. So I'm going to hit 3rd grade, and here is my class. So the next question that I was asked was, how do I change the settings in my classroom? So the settings are really simple. Your best friend will always be the spanner in the corner there. So the spanner in this corner will take you to all the settings that you will need to change and customize for your classroom. Now, another thing that came up was, how do I create a blog? So you can see here that this classroom already has a blog. I'm going to take you to a classroom that does not. So down to training 3, and there's no blog column here. So what we do is we go to our spanner. We need to make sure we enable the blog, and we're going to set up a public blog. Now, with a public blog, everybody can see. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you password encrypt it, and I'm going to show you how. So you only want your students and their families to access the blog. So it's already taken. And I'm going to password protect my class blog. So anybody trying to get into the blog needs the password. And this just makes sure that your classroom is secure and safe. Tick it there. Now, when you want to post work to the blog, quite simple. You'll see here this classroom already has a blog. All I need to do is click on the globe there, and I can publish straight to my blog. So that's quite simple and easy to use. The next question I had was, how do I invite families? So the same thing, we're going to go to our spanner. You can either hit the plus families there, or you can scroll down. Make sure you've got enable family access. And there are a few options. You can print the invites and send them home, share a link, email or mobile number. And once you've got your families connected, the next question was, how do I message them? So we have got messages set up here at Kandula, and you can either message straight to a particular class, you can choose which family members, which students, and you can customize that according to what you may need. And the very last thing that popped up in that survey was, if I teach a different class and I would like to share that content or take that content away and use it somewhere else, save it somewhere else, how do I do that? So a couple of options. When you've got, say, this piece of work here, I'm going to go to the 3 dots. I can save it, and that will save it as an image. I can print it, and that will print it as a PDF form for you to save. I can share an item link, or alternatively, you can click on the student, and this is my student portfolio, and I can print the PDF portfolio straight from there. So I did see there were a few questions in the chat, so I'm going to hand over to the girls to take over, and I'm going to man that chat and answer that for you. Thank you.
Thanks, Alana. Share the screen again. Okay. So we're now going to step you through how to post student work. So this is just a really nice, quick and easy way to show what the students have been working on. So for example, the other day we had Harmony Day celebrations, and I took some photos of my kindy class that I wanted to share in the student journals, and I did that through post student work. So I'm going to step you through how to do this, and then we'll give you some time to post some work to the training classroom. So to post student work, you just press on this green add button here, and then post student work. This takes you to a whole range of tools here. So you can take a photo, draw a picture, take a video, upload a link, a note, or some other documents. I'm just going to draw a picture today. So I've got some different tools down the bottom here. I can also change the color through the toolbar on the right hand side here, and I can record messages, add text or a photo. I'm just going to draw a picture here. When I'm happy with that, I can press on the green tick in the right hand corner. I can choose to upload this work to either all of the students in the class or individual students. So I'm going to select all students in training and press on the green tick. So you can see here that the work has now appeared in the class journal. So we're now going to give you about 5 minutes to post some work to the training classroom. You can post a photo, a picture, whatever you like. Don't forget that there are Digitech teachers in each classroom. So if you have any questions or get stuck, you can just send a message here.
So at the end of the lesson, they want to see something for their work.
While you're posting your student work, if you are having any trouble logging into Seesaw, don't forget that you can send us a message through WebEx chat and we'll be able to help you.
I can see in the chat a couple of people having trouble logging into Seesaw. I have posted another link to the login spreadsheet in the chat, so make sure that you are clicking sign in with Google. It won't work if you're trying to sign in up to the top. Must be sign in with Google and then use that training account that you were given.
Just a reminder that we are posting to a student or the class. You're not posting as a student. We are logged in as teachers on Seesaw. We've had a few questions in the chat about that. Okay, we'll move on now. Thank you for posting all that wonderful work. So when the students have posted their work, a red toolbar will appear down the bottom of your Seesaw classroom saying that there are unapproved posts. So you can click on review, and then from here you can either approve, send it back, or delete it. So if you approve, it will come up in the class journal here. You can also pin certain posts to the top. So for example, the other week, my kindy class were at home in isolation, and I posted a video saying that I missed them and was going to send them some activities to do throughout the day. I wanted this video to be the first thing that they saw before anything else, so I pressed on the 3 dots at the corner and pinned to the top. Now by default, all students can see each other's posts in the class journal, and you can change this in the class settings. So to do that, you just press on the spanner here, and then you can go down to students can see each other's work and turn that off there. So we have the class journal here where you can see all of the students' work, but you can also view the work in the calendar. So, oops, sorry, I'll just go back. So we've got to view the calendar, we've got the 4 lines at the top here, and then the calendar's next to it. So you can press there and you can see through the calendar what date certain students have posted particular work. So you can see today that there are 6 posts in this training classroom, and I can click there and see the posts that were done. Which are beautiful. And to get back to the class journal, I just press on the lines here. So all of the work can be seen in the class journal, but I can go to individual students to see their work here. Now at the bottom of the work sample, there's a range of options for you to provide feedback, assess their work, and organise their portfolios. So a nice quick way to give feedback is just to press the like button. So that just shows really quickly that you've seen their work and that you appreciate it. You can also leave a comment. And what I really like with the comment is you can type in what you'd like to say, but you can also record a message. And this is really nice if you do have students at home who you haven't seen for a while. Just adds a nice personal touch. And then one of the ways that you can assess the student's work is through this speech bubble with the T. This allows you to add private notes, so you can analyse and annotate the work here. And these notes will only be seen by yourself and any other teachers in the Seesaw classroom. And then if we go along to this hat here, this brings up the skills that Alana was talking about earlier, linked to the curriculum. And for each skill, you can give a score out of 4 stars, which allows you to track the children's progress. What I like is that you can search for skills as well. So if I'm doing an activity, say, on the senses, I can type in senses here and it will come up, because I'm a kindy teacher, with the related kindy links here. I can select that there and the green tick. And lastly, we have this folder here, and this allows you to organize the students' work. So you can create a folder in a subject area or whatever you like. I might call it art. I can choose a color that I'd like for my folder, press on the green tick and the green tick again, and now the work is saved into that art folder. So I'm now going to pass you on to Erin to talk about the activity library, and just bear with us as we split the screen.
Hello, Ava.
Yeah. Thanks, Soph. So to get to Activity Library, click on the Add and you go to Assign Activity. And then up the top you see different tabs. So Community, that's the spot where all the activities get posted. School are the activities posted throughout your school. In Seesaw Lessons you find lesson sequences, and My Library are the activities that you have done or you have saved. So if we go into Community first, you can either explore the different activities available, or you can refine your search. So for example, if I wanted to search something in year 5, I would go down here and select 5th grade. I would then search the learning area that I was after, or alternatively, you can type in your search for the desired activity. While you're scrolling through, if you see any activities that you like, you simply press the heart button on the top right-hand corner, and by doing that, it will save it to your library. So then to check, go to My Library, and the activity will be saved. To assign the activities, there's a button here that says Assign, and that will assign straight away to your students. Or if you click on the activity, it's just next to the love heart there. On each activity, it has instructions and information about the activity. If you're not happy with these and want to change them, just go to the 3 dots here, select Copy and Edit Activity, and that's where you can change it, and then save it once you're happy with it. Down the bottom, it also has a reminder of what you can do with posting to students and approving. So love heart the assignment, the students respond using Seesaw tools, and then you approve their work. With all of these activities, you can organise them by putting them into folders. So if you go back to My Library, underneath My Collections, there's a space here where you can type in the folder's name that you'd like to create. For example, numeracy, and then click Create. Another way you can organise your folders, your activities, is by selecting activities not in collection. So you just click on that one and it comes up with all of the activities that you haven't saved yet, saved into folders. And then to organise them, simply select Organise, and then it will come up with the folders that you have created. The last way that you can organise your activities, if you select on the activity itself, scroll down, select the 3 dots again, and then select Add to Collection. It will also bring up the folders that you have created, and you click on the folder that you'd like the activity to go into.
Okay, we're now going to show you how to create an activity, and I really encourage you to create the activity along with me. So to do this, you will need the documents that were sent through by Lana on Monday, and it would be really handy if you can save them onto your desktop. So if you haven't done that already, I suggest you do that now. So to create an activity, you just need to make sure you're in the activity library. So I'm in the classroom. I'm just going to go add assign activity. And then I'm in my library here. I'm going to press create new activity, this add button here. Now the activity we're creating today is a really simple kindy counting activity, but it can be adjusted across the curriculum and through the grade levels because it's basically like a multiple choice game. So you can use a similar format for, say, place value in year 1, or looking at states and capital cities in year 3 house, right to word origins in the upper years spelling. So the first step for creating an activity is to give the activity a name, and we're just going to call it farm counting. Then we add the student instructions. So this just lays out step by step exactly what the students need to do to complete the activity. So we've already typed them out for you. So if you open up Seesaw activity instructions, you can copy and paste them into the box here. Now, while you're doing that, I will just point out that some of the words are bounded by columns. So you'll see here in the first instruction, it says click the column add column button. And what that does is creates a nice little image of exactly what the students need to press on. So Seesaw has their own sort of little emoji bank, and we have sent you through a list of the icon shortcuts. So you can see here that by typing in column add column, comes up with the green add response button. So it just shows exactly what the students need to do in that first step. Similarly, in the third step, you'll see use the column move column hand tool. And again, if we look in the shortcuts, you can see it comes up with a picture of the hand tool that they'll tap on. I'll just point out that I always finish with click the column check column to send your work to the teacher, and that comes up with this green tick here. If the students don't press on this green tick, you won't see their work and their work won't be saved. So it's really important that they click on that green tick. What I really like with the instructions on Seesaw is that you can add voice instructions. And I really like this in the younger years because it means they don't have to worry about reading through all the instructions. So it adds a layer of independence. And we can also add multimedia instructions or examples. So if I'm sending lessons to the students at home, I like to record a video and upload it here. Today, we're going to attach a template of exactly what a completed page of the activity will look like. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and press Add Multimedia Instructions or Example. And then upload. Now, just a reminder, if you are having any difficulties, you can send a message through WebEx. So I have the template saved to my computer, so I'm going to press Select from Computer. And I'll press on Activity Example. So it comes up with a nice little preview of the picture here. Now, if you're following along, can you send us either a hands up or a thumbs up, some sort of emoji to know that everything's going okay, and then we can move on. Wonderful, thank you. Perfect. So when the documents, you have the document open, you can press on the green tick. And I can see the document here. I can change it, I can draw over it, but I'm happy with that, so I'm going to press on the green tick again. And you can see here, my example is now attached. So now we're going to go down and add a template that the students will respond onto. So if you just press on Add Template for Student Responses. Again, we're going to press Upload if you have the document saved to your computer. And select from computer. Here we're going to add counting template 1, 2, and 3. So there's a picture of cows, pigs, and chicks. And I've selected all 3 of those by pressing the Shift key. Then I'll press Open. You can see here the 3 documents, a preview of the 3 documents here. And then when you're happy, press on the green tick. And I can see here that my templates have all come up on different pages. Now, this picture of cows is a bit too big for my liking, so what I'm going to do is change the size by pressing on the hand tool down the bottom. Then I can press on the 3 dots here and unlock. This allows me to move it and to make it a bit smaller. Then when I'm happy, I don't want the students to be able to move it or change the size, so I'm going to lock it again. And to do that, I simply press on the 3 dots, lock, and lock all. And you can do that with the other pictures as well. But what I'm going to do now is I need to create a ring for the students to move to the number to show how many cows there are. So to do that, I'm going to press on the 3 dots on the left here, and I can add a shape. I'm going to press on the circle here. Now you can see here, if I move the circle to a number, it's going to hide the number. So I need to make it white on the inside. To do that, I press on the 3 dots again, right up to Style, and then this middle option gives me a nice ring. I can also change the color here. I'm going to change it to red. Now when I'm happy with the ring, I want the children to be able to move the ring to show their answer, but I don't want them to change the size. So what I'm going to do is just lock the size. So I'll press on the 3 dots, lock, and lock size. And now that I have my ring, I need it on each of the pages, so I can simply copy and paste. So Control C or Edit, Copy, and click on my other pages and paste it on. So that is our activity template completed. If you can just send us a quick emoji to let us know that you're ready for us to move on, that would be great. Otherwise, we'll give you a bit more time. Thank you. Okay. So when you're finished, you can press on the green tick here. So you can see we've got the activity name, student instructions, an example, and the template for the students to modify. Our last step for the activity is to add some skills. So I'm going to press on the hat down the bottom And for this activity, I want my kindy students to focus on the cardinal value, so knowing that the last number tells us how many are in a set. So I'm just going to search cardinal there, and it comes up with the related outcome. And I can press on the green tick. So my activity is now finished. I have a name, instructions, an example of what it looks like, the template, and some skills. So I can now press on save. So to save the activity to my library. And from here, I can assign it to students by clicking on assign. I can choose the class that I want to assign it to, and I can also select certain students. So this is a nice way of providing differentiation. If you have Seesaw for Schools, you can also schedule the activity for a later date or time, and this is great for planning ahead and getting organised. So we're now going to give you about 10 minutes to create an activity. And before we do that, I will just point out that in the slides, we have included a video of an activity with movable parts. So this is just a colour sorting activity, but again, you can modify it for your curriculum area or grade level. Okay, so we'll now give you time to create an activity and post this to the training classroom, or you can browse the activities on the Seesaw community page and save it to the activity library. Don't forget there are Digitech teachers in each classroom that you can send a message to if you get stuck or have any questions, or you can post on WebEx chat. So we have a 10-minute timer, but we'll see how we go. We might finish a bit earlier. Okay, if you're ready for us to move on, can you please send us through an emoji? Or we'll give you a bit more time. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Once you've finished your activity, you can share it with your colleagues. So if you come down, click on the three dots and come down to share activity. And then from here, you have two options. You can either get the copy of the teacher link and share it that way, or you can share it to your school library by selecting this one here. You can also filter it, so you can select your grade level and the area, and then select update activity.
Okay, so where to from here? We strongly encourage you to join the Kandula Primary School Digitech Connect community. There's a lot of resources there, and the PowerPoint slides from today will also be uploaded onto this group. There's a link in the chat if you'd like to request support from Kandula as a TDS Digitech school. Also, if you haven't completed the Seesaw survey that Alana emailed on Monday, we really encourage you to do so, and please share it with your colleagues. That way we can cater our future professional learning to the interests and needs. So before you go, we'd love to know how confident you feel using Seesaw now. So you can just hover to annotate. So ours is at the top. Yours might be on the left-hand side. I'll just make sure that you all are able to annotate. And then you can press on the arrow here and click on the number which best shows how confident you feel, with 1 feeling not confident at all to 5 feeling very confident.
Yeah, that's nice.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for attending our Seesaw WebEx today. We hope you enjoy the remainder of term and have a well-deserved relaxing break. We look forward to seeing you at the next Kandula Primary School Digitech event. We'll be online for the next few minutes if you have any questions.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Michelle. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, great job, guys. Great job, Sophie and Eric. Thanks, everyone. Glad. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you for all the lovely comments in the chat. Oh, that's brilliant. Thanks, Samantha. And all your emotions. Thanks, Dave.